Oh, wow, look who just walked in, the wonderful Nia. Nia, you got to help me out here. I'm trying to help a 21-year-old virgin. Yeah, I've been stuttering this whole podcast because I think that fucking Tylenol PM is still fucking with me. Speaking of the mic.
Hi.
Yeah, there you go. So this guy, he's 21-year-old virgin.
Okay.
All right. And he wants to get laid. So he's been talking on Facebook with some nerd chick who's into Pokemon and all that. Yeah, Micronauts and all that shit that they're into.
Right.
So he just can't seem to get in the goddamn game. All right, so he's suggesting taking her to dinner and drinks. And I'm like, that's the worst thing you can do because you're going to end up in a relationship. And I'm saying he's 21 years old. He needs to go out there and crush some ass. And if he goes out, if you set it up with dinner and drinks, you take her to a movie, you're setting it up like you care about her. You don't want to be a 21-year-old. Okay, you're already furrowing your brow.
Because I don't understand why being in a relationship is like the worst thing that could happen.
Right out of the gate, it's fucking horrible, especially at 21. This guy needs to bang. He's like most guys. He needs to bang at least 20, 40, 60.
He can do that afterward. I don't understand why he can't take this girl. Why are you denying him his instinct to like take her out and show her a good time and laugh it up? And if they end up having sex, great. And if not, whatever. Why are you discouraging that?
Because he's never been laid. Which means
why it's more important for him to be.
Which means
my
time.
The first time should be with someone he cares about because that sets up your whole sexual outlook for like the rest of your life. I think your first time should be like an ideal situation. It shouldn't just be with like a whoever.
That's really gay.
It's not. That's how it was for me. It was very special and loving, and it really shaped my
gross.
outlook.
Stop saying that.
Why is it gross?
That's just fun. This guy needs to go out. Buy a stack of fucking condoms. He needs to go out, okay?
Then you might as well just tell him to get a hooker.
As close as no.
You might as well tell him. Well,
really?
Well, that's kind of what you're just throwing him out into the wild. Like, yeah, just bang a bunch of chicks. If
that's
it's
not what I'm saying. Don't belittle what I'm saying.
If it's going to be that devoid and removed from emotion, then you might as well just get a hooker.
No, you know what the problem is, Nia? You don't understand how guys are wired. All right?
Well, he's wired to take a girl out and...
How do you know that? You don't know this
guy. Because he said it.
So what? I say things... I say things that I don't mean.
So he said it, and you don't believe him.
Dude, this is like a guy who's never watched a football game talking about football. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, get the ball and run with it. That's his instinct. He doesn't know how to go off tackle. They just called the option. You think he's going to throw it? He's just going to start running. He doesn't know what to do.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. And the same way you know nothing about football, this guy knows nothing about pussy. And I'm telling you right now, he's going to go out there and he's going to she's going to hold his hand or give him a little kiss and he's going to be like, oh my God.
All those feelings are great.
Yeah.
Why are you just trying to discourage those feelings? Those are all wonderful feelings to have.
Because of the demon.
What are you talking about?
The demon that every guy has in him. Okay?
Not every guy is you, Bill.
Every guy has that demon in him and you got to fuck it out of you before you fall in love. You got to hit that. Maybe I'm superimposing myself, but you got to hit the wall where you're crawling off that last skank, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing?
I don't know why you're trying to turn him into a dirtbag.
I want to meet a nice girl. Because, Nia, this guy is going to fall in love out of the chute. Right out of the chute. Without ever asking. Because he's going to fuck with him when he's in his 40s.
I have no idea what you mean by any of this.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. This is what... No. She's going to do something.
Follow your heart, sweetie.
And this girl...
Take that nice little nerdy girl out, talk about all kinds of nerdy stuff together, kiss, make out, be excited about seeing her again in a couple weeks, and then it builds from there, and you have wonderful, sweet lovemaking. And if it lasts a month, if it lasts for 2 weeks, that's life, and that's how it goes. That's the advice you should be giving him. Is to go for it, and if things don't work out, know that you will find somebody else.
You know what's funny?
That's the advice you should give him.
The advice that you're giving him is, in his 40s, he's going to have a Corvette convertible, and his comb-over is going to be fucking blowing in the breeze as he drives down the street banging his fucking
I think he's going to be just fine. I think you should take her out, yeah. And like I said, if it doesn't work out with this girl for some reason, you will find somebody else. But you got to get out there and get in the game.
All right, there you go, sir. You got it from both sides of the ball there. I'm just looking out for this guy because I really – this guy is you know, he's leading with his jugular, and he's going to get hurt. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude, you got to hurt them before they fucking hurt you.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to.
Now, see, this is why you're great on the podcast. So last week I asked to hear some fucking questions from the ladies. And I got some. Here we go. From the ladies. Hey, Bill. I've been listening to your Monday morning podcast for about a year. Actually, my boyfriend listens, but now I'm hooked, which is awesome. Anyways, I just want to say that I agree with you about the 21-year-old virgin from last week. And then she says, what Mia, it's Nia with an N, not an M. A lot of people mess that up. What Nia, with an N, says makes sense to my wiring. Being a female, romance and fuzzy feelings are fun, but my 10-year relationship has given me a little insight into a man's perspective, and I agree that the young man may get laid, get totally attached to the nerdy chick, and then, like a little domesticated puppy dog, proceed to follow this nerdy first-time girl around, waiting for her sexual peak, waiting and waiting and waiting. Then voila, he's 40, horny, feels like he's wasted his youth, perhaps angry at himself and women at large, and then who knows? Maybe a comb-over and a Corvette, maybe a serial killer. Who knows? For the record, it's not that I don't think love works, but I do think that men have to come to that on their own. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely. She's basically agreeing with me that you have to fuck the demon out of you. After they've realized that they want a relationship to come home to, or perhaps they realize that they don't, which is fine. But then there won't be children to fuck over and a relationship ruined. Absolutely. Now, if I hadn't freaked out Nia about my goddamn gun talk, you guys would have loved me. Charlton Heston would have been fucking high-fiving me from the goddamn grave. I could have had her comment on that. Number 2. Actually, you know what? Let me get her for a second. Hang on a second. Okay, and with the magic of the pause button, the lovely Nia has returned to the podcast. And don't you look lovely?
Thank you.
All right, listen to this. I actually got to kind of read this girl actually kind of agreed with me last week. Remember last week, the 21-year-old virgin? Virgin?
Why do you keep saying version?
I would love to say that I have dyslexia. I have a rare case of dyslexia
That's not what dyslexia is.
where I don't even have to be reading to do it.
Right. You just mispronounce words. All right. So who agreed with you?
Are you in a mood? Let's keep it nice. Okay? I didn't bring you on here to have you do things that I don't appreciate. All right.
Just get on with it.
The 21-year-old virgin.
Yes.
This is a lady who's saying this. All right? Because I asked the broads, to quit their fucking whining and write a goddamn email.
Just read what was written.
I'm trying to make it funny here. Let me turn you up a little bit there, fucking squeaky. I already read this damn thing. I have to paraphrase now. Okay? She says basically Nia, I told her it's not Mia.
Happens all the time.
Makes sense with all the warm, fuzzy feelings. Look at me. Don't look at the email, all right? But now that she's been in a relationship for 10 years, she kind of understands that guys have to come to a point where they realize that they want to be in a relationship. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So telling this guy right out of the gate to just go for the warm fuzzy might be the right thing, but I mean, you could send this guy could end up just latching onto the first thing he ever fucking, bent over, right? And then all of a sudden he comes out the other side and just realizes, I wasn't in love with this girl and all this pussy I could have gotten, and then it could make him a woman hater.
Give me a break. That's gonna make him a woman hater?
Yeah.
As opposed to what? So wanting to take somebody out and go on dates and stuff and having it not work out, that's a worse idea than just going out and just banging a bunch of chicks. Because banging a bunch of chicks and just treating them like disposable fuck toys, that's not going to make him disregard women.
I'm not saying...
No, it wouldn't do that at all.
No, yeah, I'm not saying...
I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we turn the sarcasm down a couple of notches? Nia, first of all, you don't understand how guys are wired.
I do understand how guys are
You
wired.
don't. I don't understand how you're fucking wired. I would never tell you what you're thinking. You're telling me, like, I'm telling you right now.
First of all, I didn't tell him how he's wired. I just said if he had an instinct. The thing is, you guys are twisting everything that I set up. All I suggested was, he said, oh, should I
Why
take
don't
her
you
out
support the
to
troops?
dinner and all this other stuff, or take her out and... Because he was talking about being a nerd and liking, I don't remember what he said, but he said something about wanting to take her out and getting to know her. And I said, yeah, that's a great idea. And now it's like, no, it's terrible. Because he's a boy, you should tell him just to fuck everybody.
No,
and
that's
not
what I'm
take
saying.
anyone out.
That's not what I'm
God
saying.
forbid he falls in love.
I'm saying this dude he's in dire straits right now, okay? If he's 16 fucking years old and he likes a girl, okay.
Dire straits, it's not that serious. He's only 21 years old. Give me a break.
No. He's up to his fucking neck in I'm never going to get laid in my life, okay? And the water is swirling down the fucking drain, all right? So he's desperate right now. So anybody fucking pays attention to him. I'm not saying, I just was worried that that's what the fuck he was going to do. He's going to get sucked into a goddamn relationship. And there is that thing, and you know something there? When people fuck up in life, how often do they actually own up to it themselves? Like, that was a stupid thing that I did. They usually don't. That's how you end up fucking, why he could possibly end up hating women, because he's going to blame them. Not that it's their fault. It's not this nerdy chick's fault that this guy hasn't gotten laid in 21 fucking years. You know, it's not her fault, but it'll end up being her fault. I mean, I'm explaining resentment to you. You understand resentment. I don't need to explain that, right?
Yeah, but I think you're also, when people talk about doing stuff like that, that you're also coming from a place of fear. And I just don't believe in that.
You know, I can't argue that. All right, let's go on to the next one. See that, people? I establish credibility. You admit when you're fucking wrong. I do come from a place of fear. I know what you bitches is up to. All right, number